I mean, I don't mind it when Pokemon changes its login screen, but that was like weirdly reminiscent of the Pokemon movie Detective Pikachu with like the Charizard in front of a gym. Not necessarily an underground fighting gym. And it certainly had other Pokemon in it rather than what was in the movie. But it still made me think of that one, mainly because it was a knight and Charizard. That's pretty unfounded. By the way, I have clothes today to wear. And I'll have clothes for tomorrow at football practice. I do not know what's happening today, but the weather looks fairly nice. If Pokemon's not freaking out about the rain, then it's probably not going to rain today. I've been told recently that a Mulan Overlast is coming from Bauernroder, and then it has rained all damn day. So, I think Bauernroder's a little bit on the lam right now. But anyways, yeah. We're not going to be having an at-home video. I'm seriously just walking down the stairs and going to the bakery because I didn't go yesterday because I couldn't leave the house. So it's like 3:20. I've watched a lot of YouTube, done my B vents. Nobody else in general chat calls them B vents. I'm like, why are you not? It's a B event. It's a B event, not a B vent. Like, I literally got scolded by some death knight from Alderman. It's a B event, not a B event.
Some people just don't know how to have fun.
Exactly. Which makes me say, when you go to do it, always shout out B vent. You're a tank, you'll be fine. You're actually, the paladins are probably the better at doing the B vents anyways. Because everybody groups up on the flowers. Just say stack on me and everyone will stack on top of you and do their AoE. And everything will come towards the center. It's just waves and waves and waves. Like, I did the 2 B vents and then I did the rare spawn in the back of the zone. Got my honey, turned it in, went over, did Mechagon. Did my Star Trek stuff, which was super easy. Did the video yesterday. Was actually fairly, I thought I was gonna have to cut it, but then I was like, no, I did a fairly good job of self-editing. Or just leaving in the rolling of the eyes because I was an idiot for saying something wrong. Rather than cut that out, it was just easier. And whatnot. Had my orange juice, my cuss. I'm going to be heading for dinner here pretty soon. I thought the Tottenham NFL game was going to be on tonight because I've got a number of teammates that have gone over to the England and they're drinking watery beer before. Then I'm like, oh, is it on tonight? I mean, that'd be fairly interesting. You know, actually go down to like, you know, the pub and actually watch a full game that's not the ass-cracking night. So... But no, it's tomorrow, which I'll probably be able to watch it tomorrow night after practice at What's His Bucket. Not at 7 o'clock, but kickoff is at 6. So...
It's amazing what difference an hour makes.
Yeah. Considering that, you know, when it's kickoff at 6, I can still be home by 9, even with NFL BS happening. And maybe I get to see some of my teammates on the big screen or something. Whatever, I don't know, probably won't. But I noticed a couple times, like one of them went to one of the games last year and they noticed it like halftime. A lot of people like left the thing and they're just like, man, this game is taking a long time. We need to get out of here. Well, yes. Like, we only allotted for 90 minutes because that's how long a football match takes. This is a football game, not a football match. You're here to watch somebody die. Slowly. Not someone writhe around faking that they're dying. But I was explaining to my therapist that he watched a little bit of football and goes, is that the one where everybody lined up in one line and then the guy kicked it through the big giant poles? And I was like, yes. So that's your sport. That's not all of it. Oh.
There's more.
I'm like, well, yeah, that's like going up against football, and I say it in the Dutch way, football, and watching the guy kick it up the hook and saying, so that's football. He says, well, there's more to it. I'm like, exactly. Is the sport that you are watching, but that's not all of the sport. And so he's like, oh, well, It's so much stop and go. And I was like, so is chess. So is billiards. You know, nobody really complains about that stuff. I mean, to an extent, so is Sudoku. You know, so it's like, does that make it any less? And I named a couple other sports that were very action, think, action, think. Like I said, billiards is a really good thing. A lot of people watch poker. You know? Poker's a little faster paced, but it still has that same idea of like everybody puts down their bets and then everybody eyeballs each other and they gotta do the like dun 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 dun, and you know, get the like, you've seen like the John Wayne and everyone does the like the shifty eyes and you get that cat that's like getting massaged on its tail. It's like yeah. And so, but like, you know, chess is the same thing. Sometimes these chess guys will sit like 2 minutes in between their.
Yeah.
I've watched chess at parks in the States. You know, they'll like, and everybody's like, oh, what's going on? What's going to happen? Like they're trying to figure out the play themselves and what they would do in the position. I'm like, that's what you do in football, but you have to kind of know the rules. You can't just tune in and kind of gather what's going on. It's much more, he says, oh, it's a much more of a mind sport. I'm like, yeah, that does involve imminent death. So it's rugby. It's in ways in rugby like that. I'm like, yes. It's a game of chess where you can break bones. It's very violent chess. But not that Harry Potter crap.
That's wizard chess.
So we're going to be heading off for a bit of food. And then probably walking. Oh, that was adorable. There's a video going around Facebook every once in a while of where it's recent from a youth game. Youth game. And like in between the plays, usually like someone they'll turn up their music a little bit to get the crowd going, but it winds up being like a really popular song and all the players on the field start doing little Fortnite dances, but they're like 9. And some of the coaches are like, hey, no, we need to do our plays. We need to run the game. And the parents are like, hey. And the kids are doing their little thing. And I'm like, let them have fun. They don't need to know what a double wing T formation is right now. They're too busy doing the scissor, whatever those things are. I don't know what those dances are called. But yeah, they're too busy. It's also a sunny day. It's not like it was raining. They still didn't care. But yeah. I don't know where we're going to walking, but Pokemon could be part of it. I'm charging the phone because I have nothing better to do with the phone. Why keep it not on? Apparently Frostlass is a new Pokemon, but evolves from a female Snowrunt. So, yeah, that's a thing that we need to walk out for. Yeah, so if you see a Snowrunt, the little triangle, catch him, and then you can evolve a Frostlass, which is new for Gen 5, but only female. All right, we're walking through Frankendale, and these got a little out of control. I mean, the general joke in the United States is, oh, well, looks like they were watered very well. I hope they're watered well. They're literally in water.
Yeah.
And over the last bit of summer, we had just an enveloping butt ton of sun. So they used to be like right at the top of the bridge. Now they're over my head, and I'm on the bridge.
Yeah.
So one of the things that happens when we go out on walks is I learned that Aaron is kind of a birder.
A little bit.
Because he keeps pointing the phone at things and getting Google Lens and whatever to like try to identify the bird. And I'm like, that's cool, but Google Lens isn't that great when it's just like, here, something that's solid black and a bird shape. That's like saying, here, Mr. Chemist, I have a white powder. What is it? I don't know. Snort it? Do you get high?
Taste it.
Is it halite? Do you get high? Like, so it's just sort of like. Because he had been noticing that there's like a smooth-headed black bird, and then there's what we would call a crow, and I noticed the difference finally, that when I finally saw the picture that one of them's a jackdaw, because it has more of the like I eat insects pointy beak rather than like the that comes out of crows and ravens and rooks and stuff. So yeah, but because it also has more of a bald head, ball head.
Yeah.
So it looks more like you'd get out of like a finch or a chickadee, the little like seed eaters and bug eaters and stuff.
Yeah.
Versus like, yeah. So, but he sees other birds and he's like, ooh, that's a really pretty bird. And I'm like, yeah. Which means he's more of a birder than I am. But
Even
probably.
though you have much more encyclopedic knowledge.
I have a lot of encyclopedic knowledge on stuff. I'm also not a physiotherapist, but can name way more organs than most people.
Yes.
So we ordered Italian for dinner. Our walk around the park was interesting. And I got an egg hatched, so yeah. So we ordered Italian, and the last time we've ordered Italian at places, especially in the States, it always comes with breadsticks.
Yeah.
Unlimited breadsticks.
Because that's a thing.
Yeah. So we got breadsticks that I broke in that process.
One of them was already broken.
Now I think 4 of them are broken. Yeah.
But yeah, this is why when
I'm
Americans
like trying to keep you on camera and you're moving behind me.
when Americans say unlimited breadsticks, and when millennials make jokes about, oh, just shove all the breadsticks in your purse when you're at Olive Garden, Europeans are like, breadsticks aren't that good.
Well, to be fair, we did order side of bread.
Yeah.
Which is more what it is. Those are bread sticks. What Olive Garden gives us is butter-covered mini baguettes.
What I think the Reddit post that I saw that discussed all this decided was Olive Garden gives bread sticks. Those are bread twigs.
Is that?
Lasagna. Parm.
Oh God, I need some parm. I was like, damn. We have none here at the house because, well, do we even have a grater?
Yes.
We do. But fine enough for, yeah, we got that. We got that one.
Yeah.
I'm just still nervous about it. But I guess when it gets down to a certain point, Aaron can start doing it. He can have the mental images of shredding the tips of his fingers off. Now he doesn't want to do it, then I brought that one up.
No. I think it's going to be you that has the mental image of me shredding my fingers off.
It's always going to be. That's not even in a Final Destination movie or any horror film that I know of. Like there was like cheesy, campy, gory films that made it look really fake. But yeah. Anyway.